Today we will learn some basic concepts of Python. So Python is basically a high-level programming language, and now it has become one of the most popular languages in the world. From engineering to basic science, from machine learning to networking, everywhere we can see a tremendous application of Python. Now let's study some basic features of Python for which it has become so adaptable. First point is with simple syntaxes. Compared to the other languages, Python has very simple syntaxes so that everyone can understand and write beautiful code. Second one is interpreted language. That means if we write any code in Python interpreter or in Python shell, the code will be executed line by line. Whereas in other languages like Fortran, C, C++, the code will be compiled. That is, the code will be translated to machine language at one go. That means in Python, if we have done any mistake in any line, we will get to know about that before the whole execution process. But in other languages, we won't be able to know before the whole compilation. Next is cross-platform usability. That is, we don't have to write different codes for different operating system. We can do the same work using the same code for all OS. The fourth one is great community support. There is a group of people, or we can say community, who are making our work easier. They are developing and updating Python day by day to make it more and more user friendly. Now let's see how to install Python. First, we have to go to the Google. Here, we will type install Python. Now we will click on this. Here we can see there are different interpreters for different OS like Mac OS, Windows and others. Here we will click on it. We can see the download has started. As my Python has already installed, so I am cancelling it. There is another process to install Python. So we will go to the command prompt. We will type here cmd and go to the command prompt. Here we will type Python. And after entering, a window will come from where you can install the Python. As my Python has already installed, that's why it's showing this kind of message. Here we can see 3 arrows. It signifies that we are in the interpreter. Let's start with simple arithmetics, like if we type 5 plus 10 and then we enter, it will show the result 15. Similarly, we can do multiplication, division, everything. We can also store the values in some variables. Like if I type a is equals to 2 and b is equals to 3, that is, I'm defining the values of a and b, which are 2 and 3 respectively. And then if I type a plus b and enter, it will show the value. We can also store the result in some other variable. Like here I am storing the result of a plus b in c. That's why I am typing c is equals to a plus b. And now if I type print c, it will show the result. Here if we want to know any result, we have to type print and type the variable name within the first bracket. Now let's know the data types. Data type is to know which kind of data is this. Like here I have used some constants, some variables. If we want to know that which kind of data are they, we should know the data types. Here I am writing a is equals to 5 and then type of a and enter it. Spelling mistake. Type of a and then enter. It's showing class int, that means integer. Here we can see integer means the whole numbers, whether it can be positive or negative. Like if I type c is equals to minus 220 and then type of c, then it will also show class int. Next is float. Float means the number with fraction. like d is equals to 2.5 and type of d, it will show class float. Here is a number 1.2 E10, that means 1.2 to the power 10. Here E represents the exponential. Next is complex, like 5j, 3.3j. Here I is written as j, and we all know the value of I, which is root over minus 1. Here if we write b is equals to 2 minus 4j, the class is complex. Here I have forgotten to write the string data type. String is some alphabetical values. Like if I write here a is equals to I like ice cream within colon and then type of a, then it will show class string. If we don't use the colon, it will show syntax error. Next is boolean. The value of boolean is true or false. It cannot be something else. We will get to know about this a little later. For the time being, if I write a is equals to true, a is equals to 2 and then type of a, it will show bool, that means boolean. Similarly, if we type b is equals to false and print b, it will show false and then type of b, class bool. Here you can see we didn't use colon and still there is no syntax error, cause here true and false are representing the boolean data type. And let me tell you one thing about the name Python, that it's nothing about the snake. Guido van Rossum, the creator of Python, was very fond of the comedy serial Monty Python Circus. So he kept this name when he finished his project of writing his new computing language.